So everybody loves chicken wings. Everybody. I don't care if you fry them, you bake them, you grill them. Today we're going to do them in the smoker, add a little bit of smoke flavor, and we're doing a Caribbean jerk style with a homemade rub, and they're delicious. That's right, we're doing them in my offset vertical smoker today, but you could do this in any kind of a smoker or grill. Right now what I'm doing is I'm trying to build up a nice little coal bed. The secret to the wings today, other than the seasonings, is we want to start them off at a low smoke temperature. So I'm gonna get my smoker up to 225 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're gonna smoke the wings for about an hour. Then we're gonna raise that heat up to about 425 to make them nice and crisp. So right now, like I said, I'm building a coal bed. I want nice, clean smoke, which means this fire needs plenty of oxygen, plenty of heat. We do not want a dirty smoke taste on our wings. It should just be a hint of smoke. So right now, as I develop the coal bed and the smoker comes up to temperature, let's put together the Caribbean jerk style rub. This is a recipe that I've adapted from Stephen Reichling's Barbecue Bible. I made a couple changes to it, but for the most part, it's the same. So 2 tablespoons of freeze-dried chives, 1 tablespoon of minced onion, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, tablespoon of kosher salt, 2 teaspoons of ground coriander, 2 teaspoons of ground ginger, teaspoon of freshly cracked black pepper, 1 teaspoon of allspice, half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, half a teaspoon of ground cloves, and a 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Give it a nice whisk to combine everything. This is normally meant to be a dry rub, and this is where I'm going to make a little bit of a change. So let's get this mixed first. And in come our chicken wings. So I've got about 3 pounds of wings. We're keeping them whole to keep it easy. It's just so much easier to cook these and move them around whole. If you want, go ahead and cut them up before or after. We don't mind the whole wings whatsoever. So we're gonna get these spread out. I'm gonna drizzle them very lightly with olive oil because I need this rub to stick to these wings. And the skin's a little bit dry. So some olive oil. And I'm gonna drizzle some of this Scotch bonnet sauce. We're gonna keep this Caribbean style. So we're gonna let these kind of marinate in this sauce in a little bit, but we'll start by getting them nice and wet so the rub's gonna stick. It's a great use for disposable gloves. So now I'll just pick each one up and get it coated so that both sides have all that awesome flavor. And now I'm gonna sprinkle some of this on by hand. The reason I'm doing this all separate is I want each of these wings to get a good helping of the rub. If I were to do it in a plastic bag or container first, there's a chance you're not gonna get perfectly even coverage. So we'll do this to both sides. All right, so here they are. Really what we need is about an hour minimum for these to marinate. Let those flavors kind of sink into the skin. But if you have 4 hours or 8 hours to plan ahead, I would do that. But this will still be okay with 1 hour. I'm gonna put them in this container, put them in the refrigerator, wait for my smoker to come up to temperature, then we'll come back and take it from there. I can't wait. And it's been about an hour. The smoker is starting to settle in at 225 degrees Fahrenheit. A little bit more smoke than I like right now, so let's go over and take a look at the firebox and see what's happening. So what it is, I've got a nice coal bed started. but these end pieces here are smoldering. There's no coals underneath them. So I'm just gonna lightly kind of rearrange this if I can. We're gonna create some temporary smoke, but that's okay. Let's see if this guy is ready to break in half or not. Not quite. So I'll get these bigger chunks in there, and I'll just take some coals and get them underneath the wood so it's not smoldering. Now I'll try and lift this guy back up. And again, you see there's no coals underneath him, so he's smoldering a little bit there. So we'll try and fix that. During this first phase of the fire, I want a very small fire. It's pretty warm outside, and I want to stay at 225 for as long as possible, but I want clean fire, clean smoke. And now that's looking much better. So probably in, I don't know, I'd say about 20 minutes after I put the wings on, I'll have to come out here, rearrange these again, and put another split on, and just keep that going for an hour. So fire's looking good now. Let's get this closed and put the wings in. All right, let's get the door open. And man, I can smell that smoke. So I'm using a little bit of oak today with a little bit of apple wood that I have. Just some tiny pieces I'm throwing in from time to time. Any kind of a fruit wood would really go good with this rub. So I'm up here on this higher rack just because it's easier for the camera. We're gonna put these guys in, and you can see how that rub really started to set in there. And with that granular garlic and onion, it's gonna give us some nice texture. So we're gonna get these spread out. And we're gonna go for an hour at 225. I'll probably come and flip these halfway just so we can keep an eye on them. And then depending on how they look, we'll start cranking that temperature up by building a bigger fire. So there we go. I've still got plenty of leftover rub. So I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit more. Let's close it up. Get that door closed. And I'll be back in an hour to show you how they look. I can't wait. And it's been 1 hour. We've been holding steady at 225 this whole time. So let's pull this out and take a look at our chicken wings. Starting to get real nice color. You'll notice that rub is darkening. These are going to get really dark by the time they're done. But it's nice and dry, which is a good sign. We want nice, crispy wings today. So dry skin is a good thing. We'll just do a quick temperature check on a couple of these guys, see where we're at. About 140 Fahrenheit. So we're right on track. We're probably going to take these up above 180 degrees Fahrenheit today. Basically, we're going to let them cook until they're as crispy as we want. Sometimes that might even be up to 205 degrees Fahrenheit or more. So what I'm going to do now is push these back in, and we're going to get this fire built up. If you have a pellet grill or pellet smoker, crank that thing up 400 degrees, 425, whatever your setting is, to finish these off. That's the secret to getting that crispy skin. I'm going to build a bigger fire, and here's what's happening now. I got to get the flames going. Some nice tall flames. It's going to create some nice convection in the cook chamber, which will help crisp up those wings. So I'm just trying to situate this so we're getting maximum airflow. I'm going to widen these two out a little bit. If you ever want to choke your fire down, you move them closer together. It's just all about airflow at this point, so that nice and spread out. And now this top log is going to ignite. And we got a lot of heat now, so close this up. We're gonna take these wings temperature-wise, probably up to about 185 degrees Fahrenheit, or until they're nice and crispy the way we like them. All right, these wings are done. I took them up to about 200 degrees Fahrenheit in some of them. That's what it took to get the texture and color that I wanted. Take a look at that. So I'm gonna get these off. We gotta let them cool down. They're way too hot to eat right now. So I'll give them about 10 minutes to cool, and then we'll take a bite, see how they taste. All right, now these wings really do not need any kind of a sauce, but if you like, maybe a little bit of lime juice. So we'll squeeze a little fresh lime on them. All right, here we go. These are awesome. The dark color comes from that rub, all the different stuff we had in there, and the smoke. And I'm gonna just drizzle a little bit of lime juice. Give it that nice citrus pop. Pull this guy open. Don't know if you can hear this, but nice and crispy. Man. Plenty of juice still left in there. Let's get a bite. That was about a 2-hour total cook time. So we did 1 hour at 225, 45 minutes up around 400 degrees, and then a 15-minute rest time. Here we go. Awesome. All of those different flavors working together with a nice hint of smoke. Great texture, juicy, a little bit of citrus on the end. And if you like this video, definitely check out one of those two right there, and I'll see you over there.